Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Yesterday
Good
we were
morning.
learning. Yesterday we have completed our chapter, the accidental tourist. If some, if any of you is having any doubt, you can ask me right now. Otherwise, we will just discuss the question answers in today's class. The chapter accidental tourist. If you are having any confusion related to the chapter, any query or doubt? Yes. Are you having any
No,
query or
ma'am.
doubt? Okay.
No, ma'am.
Oh, fine. The question answers. These are the. There are 8 question answers, so we will discuss one by one. I think the chapter will be more clear to you with the help of question answers also. Fine. So question number 1 is Bill Bryson says, I am in short easily confused. What examples has he given to justify this? If you have read the chapter with me for last 3 or 4 days, we were discussing or I was explaining the chapter. If you remember what kind of examples are given in the chapter that can prove or justify that the writer, he is given a quote here. I am in short easily confused. So this quote, this saying of writer, how can we prove by the examples that are given inside or that are given within the chapter? Do you remember any incident? Hanji, do you remember any incident that can justify this quote that is given by writer? I am in short easily confused. Yes? Any of you? Not a single one? Okay, I am telling you. See, Bill Bryson, who is the writer or narrator, you can say, of the chapter, he is saying that I am in short easily get confused or easily confused. He wants to say that he means very easily or very quickly he gets confused when he just face adverse situations. Fine, adverse means opposite काइंड ऑफ सिचुएशंस उनके सामने आती है तो वो जल्दी से कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं. What examples has he given to justify this? 2 or 3 examples are given within the chapter. First one I am telling you, you have to write these examples within the, when this question will be asked. Fine. So first example, that whenever he goes to any cinema hall, whenever he goes to any theater, he just get confused that where is the lavatory. Means whenever he wants to go to a lavatory, or you can say whenever he wants to go to a loo, then he easily get confused that because of that he gets confused of the door. As he entered inside that door, he finds so many times that this was not the lavatory's door actually. Fine. And it was not the lavatory's door, and it was a two-side door that when he crosses, he just goes at the other side of the corridor. That he get confused that because of the door of the lavatory. Then second example is also given in the chapter, that is he easily gets confused about the room number while he stay in a hotel. Fine. Whenever he stays in a hotel, he easily gets confused or he forgets his room number. And as he forgets his room number, he has to go to reception to inquire about his room number so many times in a day. Means three or 4 times in a day he goes to hotel reception to ask about his room number. So these are the examples that are given that can prove that yes, the writer was easily confused. The writer was a person who gets easily confused. Fine. Have you got the answer now? Or you are still confused? Yes, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Second question. We are coming to the second question. What happens when the zip on his carry-on bag gives way? I think you people know about the answer. What happens when the zip on his carry-on bag gives away. Yes, what happened
The
then?
author was confused.
Repeat it again, please.
The author was confused in that condition.
No.
When the zip on his carry-on bag gave way.
He was not confused actually. What happened? See, once when he went to England, then he wanted to bring out a card from his carry-on bag. Fine. Just then he just got to know that the zip of his carry-on bag was jammed, and he could not. He tried to open that, but he could not open that. So he just pulled both of the sides of that zip, and it was opened in an abrupt manner. Fine, एकदम से पूरा खुल गया उसका बैग. Then the things which were kept inside, as like newspaper cuttings were kept, as like you can say some loose papers were kept inside the bag. His tin of tobacco was kept inside, and so many magazines were kept inside. Everything which was kept in that part of the bag, that everything was scattered everywhere and on the airport only. So that was the correct answer for question number 2. Got it?
Okay, ma'am.
Question number 3 is, why is his finger bleeding? What is his wife's reaction? Yes, why his finger was bleeding? Can anybody tell me? Yes, please.
The finger,
Yeah.
the finger came between the zip.
Yes, very good. His finger came between the zip and
His wife
finger.
reaction,
Yes.
wife reaction wondered, no anger and
Yes. Very good.
no, and he is surprised. She is surprised,
Yes, there.
not
Yes.
surprised.
Yes. See, why is his finger bleeding? His finger was bleeding because it came between the both part of zip and it got a cut, or you can say it got an injury. Fine. Blood was gushing out of his finger. Gushing out means बहुत तेजी के साथ बह रहा था. What is his wife's reaction? And he started screaming at the same time. Screaming means उसने चिल्लाना शुरू कर दिया, शोर मचाना शुरू कर दिया. When we get a cut and when we get an injury, we also do the same thing. So what is his wife's reaction? His wife was not at all surprised. His wife was not at all, you can say, irritated. He was just she was not angry actually. She was not angry. She was not irritated. She was just surprised that how can you scream at a public place in such a loud noise. That's why she was confused. Fine. Moving to the next question. Question number 4. How does Bill Bryson end up in a crash position in the aircraft? If you remember the incident, who can narrate this incident now? Yes. Who can tell us about the incident? What happened with him? Question number 4. I am asking about question number 4. The answer for question number 4 will be, if you remember the incident that was going on or that is described or explained in the chapter, that once when he was going...
Tomorrow's class because of our maths UT.
Sorry?
No. What is that answer?
Which one?
Then we don't read the chapter tomorrow because we are doing the maths UT paper.
Yes. No, this was not explained in yesterday's class only. We are taking this chapter for 3 or 4 days. Okay? Don't worry, I am telling. How does Bill Bryson end up in a crash position in the aircraft? See, an incident is described in the chapter that once when he was going in an aeroplane, he was just leaned forward side to tie up his laces of his shoes. Fine. Just then, what happened? Just then, the person who was sitting ahead of him, he reclined his seat to sit in a restful manner. Fine. He reclined his seat, and author was leaned up. So his seat came upon the author, and the author could not free himself. First, he was crashed. He was in a crashed position. Fine. How could he come? How did he manage to bring him in out of that, from behind that, from under that seat? He just hold someone's leg, and very hardly when he tried, he could free himself that time. So this was the incident that is described in question number 4. Question number 5. Why are his teeth and gums navy blue? Yes. Why are his teeth and gums navy blue? Why? Another incident will be described in the answer of this question. If you remember, an incident is described in this, that in the chapter, that is when he was going on another air journey, he was just noting down or jotting down something in his notebook, because he was making some notes, some important notes that time. While writing something in his notebook, he was just putting his top of the pen inside his mouth, as we people do sometimes. We start sucking the top of our pens, and he was talking to a lady also at the same time. For 20 minutes he was talking to that lady. Just then he noticed that his pen was leaked. Fine. When he go to lavatory to check that what happened, his teeth, his gums, his chin, his face, all the things were navy blue due to that leaked pen. Got it? Have you got the question answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Question number 6 is, Bill Bryson egged to be swayed. Is he successful in his mission? List his unswayed ways. Yes. What does the question mean? First you should understand the question first, then you should come to the answer. Bill Bryson egged to be swayed. एग्ड होता है किसी भी चीज को, एक वैसे तो दर्द को बोलते हैं, पेन को बोलते हैं. Here we are having sway means होता है polite, means he was very eager to show himself polite. Polite होने का दर्द मतलब हमेशा दिखाना चाहते थे. He was in habit to show himself a polite person always. Is he successful in his mission? List his unswayed ways. क्या वो हमेशा पोलाइट दिखा पाए थे अपने आप को? List his unswayed ways. If you remember, 2 or 3 incidents are shown or described in the chapter, as he was in habit of, that he was that kind of person that he was not careful at all while taking or eating lunch or food, you can say. Fine. He was in habit of scattering or spilling the food when he takes. And he says like that whenever he leaves the dinner table or whenever he leaves the food table, it looks like that an earthquake has come in that area. Do you remember the incident? It is described in the chapter कि किस तरह से
Yes, ma'am.
खाना खाते थे कि जब वो टेबल छोड़कर उठते थे ना अपनी खाना खाने के बाद, तो ऐसे लगता था जैसे अर्थक्वेक आ गया उस टेबल के आसपास वाले एरिया में. It is described in the chapter. One more thing is described, that always his wife used to say to his children कि take the lids off when the food was served in an aeroplane to his family. Then his wife used to say to his children, her children, that take the lids off for your daddy. If Why she says like that? Why she told to the children? Because she knew very well that his husband was really careless person, and if he himself will take the lid off, then he will spoil all the food, and he will spoil the food on himself also, and the person or the people who are sitting beside him also. So she told this to be careful. Fine? Got the answer? Any confusion about question answer number 6?
पीसेस वाला भी कुछ था ना
What?
मैम चिकन पीसेस
हाँ, chicken. She used to say like that she used to suggest her children that they should keep their hoods up. Hoods मतलब जो collar वगैरह वो अपना ऊपर कर ले, because your daddy is going to cut the chicken or meat now. He is going to eat that. Fine. So she used to speak like that. और means अचानक से कोई ऐसी adverse situation आ जाएगी, क्योंकि her husband was in habit of that kind of things. Fine. Moving to the next question. Why do you think Bill Bryson's wife says to the children, take the lids off the food for daddy? Question number 6 में हम already discuss कर चुके हैं. Question number 7 का भी answer. We are or not? Have we done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
That was a part of question 6 also, and the answer for question 7 also. Why did his wife used to say to the children like that? Fine. Coming to the next or last question. What is the significance of the title? Yes. What is the title of the chapter?
creating he was creating some small mistakes.
I am asking about the title of the chapter. Tell me the title of the chapter.
The accidental tourist.
Yes, the accidental tourist. So how can we say that the title is perfect for the chapter? How can we say? Hanji.
Because when the author travels, it got some accidents, like he spoiled the journey.
Yes. Anyone else wants to add something else? कोई और कुछ ऐड करेगा आंसर में? Yes, बेटा. Okay.
He crashed in aircraft.
Small mishaps in the journey.
Yes. Actually, see, how can you describe that answer? आपका आंसर सही है एकदम, कि जो एक्चुअली हमेशा वो इस तरह की एडवर्स सिचुएशन में फंस जाता है. फाइन. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ एक्सीडेंट? व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ एक्सीडेंट? यस.
दुर्घटना.
हादसा.
See,
दुर्घटना.
when accidentally means अचानक से, means immediately we get a wrong kind of situation which we haven't thought about. हमने जिसके बारे में सोचा भी ना हो, इस तरह की सिचुएशन, इस तरह की बैड कोई सिचुएशन हमारे सामने आ जाती है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एक्सीडेंट. फाइन. इंसिडेंट और एक्सीडेंट दो चीजें होती है. इंसिडेंट दैट हैपेंस, फाइन, बट एक्सीडेंट व्हेन वी गॉट अ बैड एक्सपीरियंस, दैट यू कैन से. फाइन. सो द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ द टाइटल मीन्स always the writer of the chapter, the narrator of the chapter always get that kind of experience while going on a air journey. He always faces that kind of accidents. Fine. And he is having so many experiences of his journeys while he going on the air journey. So many bad situations he came across with so many bad situations, or with so many accidents. That's why we can say that the title of the chapter is really suitable for the chapter. Got it? Have you got it or not?
Yes, ma'am.
So this was all about for today's class. We have discussed all the answer. Tomorrow we will see that what we are going to learn. Fine? For today, bye bye all of you.
Okay, bye, ma'am.
Yes. Bye, beta.